To all of our local, regional and international viewers, thank you kindly for choosing us here at Real TV, where we bring reality to you. My dear friends, a very warm welcome to another edition of the program Conversations with Zelisa, where we continue to inform, educate, empower and answer those unanswered questions. I am Zelisa Rupani, inviting you to sit back, relax, enjoy, get your pen, get your notebook, Real TV, so you could take notes on important numbers that will be helpful for you and your loved ones. Directing this morning and in Master Control, Nathaniel Reed and Mr. Philip. On behalf of the team, we'd like to wish each and every one of you a beautiful, blessed, productive and great day today. Happy Tuesday. It's Tuesday, the 13th of January, 2026. Can you believe it? Already 13 days old. That's how important time is. Don't waste it, all right? The last hour, the last minute, the last second, it's gone, you know. We'll never have it again, all right? So don't procrastinate. Do something productive and constructive with your day and your time. And if you're celebrating a birthday, happy birthday. If it's your anniversary, happy anniversary to you and yours. That's someone special reminding you tomorrow is not promised, all right? So let's go to our quote for today, please, Nathaniel. And our quote says, "What you think, you become. What you feel, you attract. What you imagine, you create. What you believe shapes your reality. And what you consistently do becomes your destiny. You become a reflection of your thoughts. So think in the direction you want your life to go. You are in control, my friends. Positive thoughts, not negative ones, all right? So I trust that you'll take this seriously and you'll apply it from today. Thank you, Nathaniel. We really appreciate that. So today I'm in conversation with a gentleman I have a great respect and admiration for. He's a force to be reckoned with when it comes to the children of our land. This gentleman really is a pioneer, a beacon of light. I'm speaking of no other than Mr. Walter Stewart. He is the president of the National Council of Parent Teachers Association. Good morning, sir, and welcome and congratulations.
Thank
and
you.
Happy New Year.
Yes, indeed. Happy New Year to you as well and to your viewership locally, regionally, and internationally. And I wish that all your aspirations this year will become reality in every way.
I thank you. I welcome that.
Sure.
And many happy returns to you
Thank
as well.
you so much.
I know that you wear many hats.
Yes.
And your responsibilities are a lot. But what I love is that you prioritize and you take the time
Yes.
for the flowers of our nation, the youth,
Thank you.
who are certainly
Yes.
going to be our future in terms of future leaders.
Yes.
Yeah. So I know you have. I was saying to you off air, experience really is a great teacher.
It is indeed.
And of course, the association has been in existence for
65 years?
65
years. Yes. Yeah.
Right? And you've been part of this for many years.
Yeah.
You've invested.
Correct.
And so you know exactly in terms of the solutions.
Correct. Yeah,
it's
indeed.
about applying it now and making
Yeah,
it work.
indeed. Let me just say that on the 20th of December last year, we held our gala anniversary ceremony and, of course, long service awards. And I was honored with 33 years of service in the organization.
And that's serious.
Yes, indeed. So half of the existence of the PTA life I've been involved in the
You've
PTA.
given your life and your
Correct.
time.
Yes, indeed.
And so we applaud you for that. And
Thank
we
you so much.
congratulate
Thank you
Well
so much.
deserved.
Yeah, and all the other awardees as well, because we had awardees in excess of 40 years as well. So to all our awardees as well, congratulations. Job well done.
Yes. Mr. Stewart, brand new year, already
Yes.
13 days
Correct. Yes.
old. Already the second week of
Right.
school.
Yeah.
Talk to us a little bit of what is expected and what,
Great.
for this new year 2026.
Thank you again for having me.
Yes, sir.
This is actually the shortest term in the academic year, 25-26. It's 12 weeks in this term. And even though it's such a short term, there are so many things to be accomplished in this particular term. We have Carnival coming up, and as you are aware, the Ministry of Education sponsors several Carnival competitions for our children, and we applaud the ministry for that. Already the panorama is taking heat among the secondary and primary schools, and we look forward to the finals in particular, where we showcase the culture of our students. Excuse me. This term, is also our SBAs at a secondary school level, so that you must complete your SBAs and submit by the middle of February, so that is also a great component in terms of markings for your CSEC results. So we want to appeal to our teachers, parents, and students. Keep your eyes on February, the middle of February, and submit your SBAs at that time. Of course, it is also the time where students will be a sporting arrangements as well. We want to encourage sports among our students. We really want to build the holistic child. It's more than just certification now. We want to really build the holistic child. So culture, sports, craft, academia, we want the child to be holistic. So we want to really encourage that.
I was reading an article recently by an international billionaire, multi-billionaire, and he was saying in that article that he understands and respects the importance of a good, solid foundation in the lives of his children.
Yes.
But what he would, push more, or rather, in terms of his thoughts, would be to inculcate proper morals and values into helping that child to develop to be a good human being and well-rounded, well-cultured young man or young lady. It's so important.
And I fully endorse that, because that is what we are looking for the ideal child, really, so that the child would be responsible, would be patriotic, would be self-motivated, would be civic-minded. All these components are what go into building the ideal child. And of course, the schools will now have to do a framework in order to incorporate all these facets and values in our children.
Exactly. But the parent, they also have a duty and responsibility.
Of course. Most definitely.
They are the first teachers of our children. We are the first teachers, or the gurus, as some will say.
Yeah.
But the fact is, it is our duty and responsibility.
Definitely so.
And not to rely or expect. Now, the school, they have their part to play, and I respect that and understand that. But it is really the duty and responsibility to take and ensure that they inculcate the right morals and values.
And that is so very important. We want to emphasize that. We are the first teachers. We as parents are the first teachers. And we have to ensure that those values that we are speaking about are really our domain, and we know our responsibilities, our tasks, to ensure that our children are so trained.
You're absolutely correct.
Yeah,
and good morning, good afternoon.
Correct.
No, thank you.
Yes.
They see an elderly, have a seat, please.
Correct.
And, these are the things that will help polish your children as
Most
well,
definitely.
And prepare them for the, when they have to go out into the real world to survive.
Exactly.
And it becomes, if we do that and we take that seriously, then we all have better children.
Exactly.
We prepare them for the world. We prepare them, they don't live in a bubble.
Exactly so. That is so important. Yeah.
So talk to us about perhaps some of the projects that the association is embarking on with regards to this new year 2026. You spoke about the fact that it's the shortest term.
Yes.
1 week already gone.
Already gone. Exactly. 11. Yeah, exactly.
And then we'll be at the 10th, and before you know it, it's going
That's
to be there. And then Carnival, of course, and the projects are happening.
Right.
Children participate in schools.
Correct.
In their little
Yes,
carnival
exactly.
activities and things like that.
Yeah.
Which I think is important.
Oh, most definitely. Most definitely.
I encourage parents to take them to the carnival village.
Yes,
and have
exactly.
Experience.
Yeah. Yes, definitely.
Yeah. And then, of course, a lot of schools are having their little talent shows.
That's right.
To help them develop their talents and things like that.
Important.
Extracurricular activities, so important.
Sure.
And sports, as you mentioned.
As well, yeah.
So there's a lot that's happening.
Of course, yeah, definitely so. Definitely so.
That parents need to be mindful and
yeah,
aware.
definitely.
Let's talk a little bit about what is expected, or what are some of the goals
right.
the association is planning to.
Let me deal first of all with the SEA, and of course I forgot to mention this term as well is SEA March 26th. There is a particular component that the ministry is introducing where the students can now be assisted via AI, the SEA students, so that students outside of the school curriculum can now go to the AI component on their devices and be able to understand, well, whatever subject areas that they are weak in, and it will also assist them as the
This
SEA
is
students.
brilliant.
Fantastic, fantastic. And the ministry has brought us on board as parents. We want to go out to our schools, encourage our parents, teachers, and of course students who are doing SEA in March, jump onto the portal, log into the portal, and make valuable use of it.
I totally embrace,
Yeah,
endorse,
totally,
and applaud
yeah.
this initiative.
Definitely.
Because the fact is, Mr.
Yeah.
Stewart, not all parents are at a place where they can afford
Correct, correct,
lessons.
correct. Yeah.
Not just finances, but
Yes.
perhaps sometimes the time. It's
Exactly,
difficult for
yeah,
after, you
yep,
know?
yep, yeah.
So this is a brilliant
It is indeed,
initiative
it is indeed,
that your
it is
child can
indeed.
have a device
Yeah.
and get that one-on-one
Exactly,
assistance.
yeah.
Awesome. I
Yeah,
love it.
and when we had well, of course, you are aware that the laptops have begun to be distributed,
Yes, yes.
you know, secondary school to the first formers.
Correct.
So we were privileged to have a demonstration even before they had begun the rollout. So that
Excellent.
students now in the Form 1 can now use the AI component to assist them with their languages and their mathematics. Again, quite an innovative approach to education, because you know we are all going now computer literate now. We have to
course,
now
of
inculcate
course.
IT in our
Yes,
system,
yes.
and the AI component is doing a fantastic job to assist. And the word is assist. They cannot rely wholly and solely on AI.
Nice.
Please, exactly.
Agreed.
So it's a means of support, a means of assistance to our children with regards to their education.
But I think it's brilliant.
Fantastic.
I really applaud
Fantastic.
this
Yes,
for many different reasons.
of course, yeah.
huh?
My hope is that all the classes, even from the, standard 1 to standard
That's
5,
what I'm
and the first-
thinking in my
exactly,
mind. This is going to
exactly.
be brilliant
Yes.
for children, even in preparing them and helping them with regards to not understanding the homework, getting some sort of
Exactly,
clarity.
exactly. Correct, exactly.
I love it. It's
Yeah,
awesome.
fantastic idea. We
Yeah.
must applaud the minister and the technocrats at the
Yeah,
ministry for
yeah.
this initiative.
Well, I'm sure you are going to advocate
Oh,
that we can
certainly.
expand it to all of the students.
Correct.
You're correct. Maybe
Yeah.
from standard 1,
Correct,
standard 2,
exactly.
helping
Certainly.
them
Yeah.
along the way, and I think
Yeah.
that's going to help.
That will go
with
a long way.
regard-
Yeah, certainly.
It's going to go
yeah,
a long
yeah,
way.
certainly.
You're
Go a
absolutely
long way.
correct.
Yeah.
So that's good news
Yeah.
for the new year. It's
Exactly,
great
exactly,
news, rather.
yeah.
And what again are we looking
We are
at?
speaking with the ministry concerning a parenting program. Now, while the ideal is that all parents would be good parents, suffice it to say that we have good parents and bad parents, like any other profession. So
Absolutely
that
correct.
if we even introduce parenting programs at our medical institutions when the mother is pregnant, it is going to help the mother to understand what she's getting into when motherhood is already on her, and when the unborn child is now born, how to treat and deal with this child. Not only the mother, but of course the spouse as well.
Excellent,
Yeah,
excellent.
exactly.
Eating well.
Thank you, thank you, thank you,
exercising,
exactly.
Making the right choices
Yes.
with the nutrients, no smoking, no alcohol.
Exactly,
You know, if
exactly.
we go on an initiative, educating is empowering people. Knowledge is
Critical,
power.
critical,
There are people that
critical.
will say, well, I didn't know. Well, you know now.
Exactly.
And
Ah,
I think,
exactly.
I think that is going to be an investment
Of
again
course,
that
of
the
course.
government will take
Definitely,
to educate
definitely.
the public
Yeah.
so that we're on the right
Yeah.
path.
And they don't only include those parents, but certainly parents who already have their children and are struggling, are having challenges in treating and dealing with their children. How can we help these parents now with regards to the challenges that they are facing with their charges?
Brilliant.
Yeah.
Now, when we return, we've got to take go into some messages. When we return, I saw where the government is also on an initiative. They're going to move forward with regards to educating about health and food,
Correct,
making
correct.
proper choices,
Yes.
not just by the parents who would pack the lunch kit and the
Right.
consumers who are consuming,
Correct.
but what's going on in the school. And I love
Correct,
that. And we'll
correct.
talk
Yes,
about that
yes,
when
certainly,
we return.
certainly,
This is the
certainly.
program Conversations with Zelisa right here on Real TV, where we bring reality to you. Let's go to these important messages. When we return, we continue our conversation with the president of the National Council of Parent Teacher Association, Mr. Walter Stewart. When we return, stay with us.
Every word, every line, every paragraph depicts a real moment in someone's life. A father, a sister, a mother, a brother. We at Newsday are dedicated to you, the people, and through independent, unwavering journalism, strive to always bring your stories to life. Because your stories are more than just words. Newsday, independent and credible.
I'm Smith. Have you ever wondered what a man is thinking? Have you ever wondered why a man does what he does? Well, join us on our new show called A Man's Perspective, right here on Real TV on Mondays 6 p.m. to 7:30 p.m., where we discuss just that. The points, the clues to get into a man's mind, right here on Real TV, bringing reality to you.
I am Zelisa Rupani, inviting you to join me for the rebirth of Apne Sitare, Our Stars, a vibrant and spectacular show celebrating the incredible local talents of the sons and daughters of Trinidad and Tobago. Experience the beauty of our culture through singing, dancing, and musical performances as we keep the arts alive and shining bright. Tune in right here on Real TV every Sunday from 1 p.m. for Apne Sitare, Our Stars. See you there.
Welcome back to Conversations with Zelisa right here on Real TV, where we bring reality to you. To all of our local, regional and international viewers, thank you for choosing us. For those of you on Tego, the app, looking at us wherever you may be, remember to tell your friends and family. You can download the app for free on your phone or any of your devices and take Real TV, look at Real TV real time, anytime, all right? And for those of you on the Caribbean, Showtime Television in Canada, thanks again for all the kind remarks and the reviews that I do get. I do appreciate it very much. Thanks for choosing us on Real TV. I am in conversation with Mr. Walter Stewart. Mr. Stewart is the president of the National Council of Parent Teachers Association. He's been part of the system for 30 plus years. This association has been in existence for 65 years. So, it's serious.
Yes,
They
indeed.
play a very important role. Mr. Stewart, welcome back. Just
Thank you.
before the break,
Yes.
I alluded to us talking a little bit about health.
Yes.
Because I truly believe that is extremely important. If
yeah.
we have healthy children, we'll have a healthy future,
Correct,
right?
yes.
And again, I go back, I will say as a parent, I think my perspective, it is the responsibility and duty of a parent to ensure, just as you love them,
Yes.
and you provide a good home, a good, clean, nice environment, you need to also make healthy choices as a parent.
Yes, certainly.
Because the fact is, we are seeing more statistics are proving and showing us that children from the womb are developing diabetes.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
We are bombarded with health concerns
Yeah,
in this country.
correct, yeah.
So we need to nip it in the bud. We have the spending dollar, we make the choice. We go to the supermarkets,
Yeah.
we go to the market. We cook and prepare the food that we put for our children, which means we need to make sure they acquire the taste at a very young age
Yes,
for
yes,
fruits
yes.
and vegetables
Yeah.
and supporting local, right?
Yeah, correct.
Right?
Correct.
And that is important.
Yeah.
It is also important, where I read, and I told you, you were
Sure.
saying last
Yes.
week, yes, I see where the government is standing firm and getting involved now
Yeah.
in decision making when it comes to the food
Yeah.
or the snacks
Yeah.
that our kids are being introduced to at schools.
Right,
Because
correct.
we can try very hard at home.
Yeah.
I do.
Yes, good.
Very, very hard. But when they go out there and they see these fruits and all this candy and
Right,
Cornflakes
right,
and all these
right,
things
right,
and
right.
soft drinks that are really not healthy,
Yeah.
they're going to,
Yeah.
they're seeing it with their friends and things like that, and
Yeah.
they're going to ask and they will want to try.
Yeah, correct.
So I am happy now that the government is taking that initiative
Yeah.
now to partner
Yeah.
with parents
Yeah.
and ensure that they have some say
Correct.
with regards to what is being sold at the
Yeah,
schools.
certainly. I might dare say that this is not a new initiative because several years ago the government had put a ban on soft drinks.
Soft drinks.
Exactly, in our
Yeah.
schools. But now they are intensifying it
Yeah.
and merging with the Ministry of Health to ensure that what is being served at our schools.
Brilliant.
Exactly. So that we need to support this initiative because you are correct. Many of our children are now strapped with illnesses, obesity, diabetes. I mean, several illnesses are now in the school as well. I mean, we need to see how best we can eradicate
Correct.
or mitigate some of these illnesses taking place in our schools. We
Water,
support.
fruit juices with less sugar.
Correct, exactly. Fruits and vegetables, as you said.
Fruits and veggies,
exactly.
why not have a fruit salad?
Right.
Have a little chow, cucumber, chow, pineapple. Yes,
Correct.
we could be so innovative.
Oh, yes. Oh, yes.
And
Oh,
we
yes.
could support local.
Yeah,
you know, I
definitely.
always say let's support
and
local.
in supporting local, let me just mention to you that we are in conversation with the school nutrition program. You know, school nutrition is run by the Ministry of Education.
Yes.
And they bail out breakfast and lunch meals to our students. And we are trying to see how we can work. Now, it's only a proposal, how we can work with our schools. If we can have our schools produce the vegetables and the seasonings, for example, for the school nutrition, buy local. Exactly. So it will also be an investment for the school as well as the produces locally supplied
That
to the school
is a
nutrition
brilliant
program.
idea.
It is
It's
indeed.
a win-win when you
Of
think
course,
about it
of course.
across the board.
Yes.
Because we are preparing and helping our children to understand agriculture.
Correct,
We are
correct.
helping them
Yes.
to understand that being a farmer is
Yes.
important. You know,
Entrepreneurship,
very often
exactly.
You're
Yeah.
teaching them to be young businessmen
Yes,
and businesswomen.
correct.
Because now they know we are planting and we are going to reap the
That's
fruit, reap
right,
the
that's
benefit
right.
of then that goes towards this brilliant
Yeah.
initiative. So
Yeah,
it's a
exactly.
win-win.
Fantastic, yeah.
You
Really
know,
hoping that
bringing
this
them
can...
back to Mother Earth.
We need that. Getting your hands dirty. More than just fooling on a device. You know what I'm saying? Getting your hands in the soil. So important.
Introducing them to agriculture.
Correct, yeah.
Brilliant.
Yeah,
So we are
definitely.
happy about
Oh,
that.
yeah, most
I'm
definitely.
just hearing great news.
Thank
this
you.
morning. Great news.
I'm the Bureau of Good News, yes.
Good. So we spoke about eating healthy.
Yes.
I love this wonderful initiative now about getting
Right.
them back into the Mother
Yes,
Earth
yes.
to plant and to learn little great. So
Yeah.
that's science, it's agri-science
Everything is
right
there. Exactly,
It's
exactly.
helping them to appreciate our farmers and not knock them
Yes.
or think less of a farmer.
Exactly,
Because I think
exactly.
if we also invest in farming and invest in
Right,
agriculture
exactly,
in the country,
yeah.
we could take that bill down.
The import bill, definitely
Rather,
so.
we could look at
Definitely.
exporting.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly so. Yeah,
You
we
know?
can do that.
So
we
we
can
can
do that.
turn things
Yeah,
around.
and quite a few of our schools have large property areas that they can utilize as well.
Yes.
Even for chicken rearing as well, they can go as far as that. You have the eggs, they produce eggs, and you also have the chicken that you can rear and kill and eat as well. You know.
Brilliant.
Yeah.
Brilliant.
It won't happen all in this year. Trust me.
But
you know.
it will take time. as
Exactly.
everything else,
Exactly.
But they're wonderful ideas.
Yes,
And now
certainly.
it's about implementing.
Of course,
You
of
know?
course, of
so there are
course.
solutions to all the problems.
Yeah,
I see.
certainly,
Great
certainly,
news,
certainly.
especially when it comes to our children.
Yeah,
What
certainly.
are we looking at again?
We also looking at, well, I mentioned the parenting program as well.
I think that is important.
Yeah, that is definitely important. Yeah,
Educating
definitely.
the public about, we'll really
Yeah.
ask some questions.
Yeah.
Are you ready for this responsibility?
Exactly, exactly.
Are you really ready to be a parent?
That's correct, yeah.
Are you going to take, because let me tell you, being a parent is not
it's
an easy
not an
job.
easy task. Exactly.
So
Not
it's,
an easy
it's,
task.
it's not an easy task.
Yeah.
But what is also important is that now parents, where long ago,
Yeah.
not too far.
Yes,
in the
exactly.
past,
Not too far away.
You
yeah.
had a parent being at home, being the homemaker.
Right,
Which
right.
would be important with extra lessons and
Yes,
homework.
yeah.
But now you have both parents or a single
Exactly,
parent
yeah.
and both parents involved in working,
Yeah,
and
yeah,
you
yeah,
have to
yeah.
be able to manage that time in order
Exactly,
to invest in your
exactly.
children.
Correct,
So you have to know whether you could have one, two, or three.
That's right,
You
that's
need
right.
to know
Yeah.
how you're going
You need to determine
to
that.
navigate or how you're going to fix that into your schedule.
I want to speak as well about the curriculum. You know, the curriculum is very important because we
Yes.
actually go by the curriculum in
Right.
terms of our final exams.
Yes.
Do you as a parent understand the curriculum in its entirety? And that question we want to ask to all our parents and see how best we can now at the NPTA level assist our parents in understanding the dictates of the curriculum so that you will understand has your child completed all the subject areas in the curriculum and are thoroughly, comprehensively ready for the examinations, so that we are partnering with the ministry as well, their curriculum department, their curriculum division, to see how best we as parents could understand in the first instance what are the components of the curriculum that we need to get involved in and be able to help our students as well with regards to the completion, thorough completion of the curriculum and ready themselves for the examination.
Brilliant. I need to ask this question,
Sure.
however. Now, we are aware that you've got 5 fingers.
Right.
They're not the same.
Correct.
There are children that are sharp.
Right.
They
right,
get
right.
it.
Yeah.
So you have a different class for in terms of A, B, C,
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, however
Yes,
it's marked.
correct,
So we
yeah.
are aware that those children are sharper, they're quicker,
Yes.
they have natural ability, or they, they are at a different level. Which we have to understand that no two people are the same.
Exactly,
So then there are children that you need to go over things 2 and 3
Yes,
times with.
yes.
They need to have extra lessons.
Exactly,
in order to,
right,
They're
right,
not
right.
as sharp, they're not as quick. Not
Yes.
that they don't get it right, but they're not as sharp as
It'll take a little
others.
while, yeah.
So, my question is, when you have children in different classes, maybe A, B, or different levels of thinking,
Yes.
or their competence,
Right, yeah.
and you have a curriculum that you have to follow, or you have a
Right.
guide that you have to
Yes,
follow,
exactly.
all 3 classes,
Yes.
understand what
Go
I'm
ahead,
saying?
look, yeah.
And you set the test,
Right. Yeah.
but you may set the test that one set of the children
One
will
level.
have completed,
Right. Yeah.
and the others are probably in the process.
Yes.
But it comes in the test.
Yes,
And these
yes,
children
yes,
are
yes,
not prepared, or they're not ready
Yes.
simply because they are at a slower pace.
Exactly.
How can that be solved or resolved?
And you know, that's a very important question because, and the term is differential learning. They're all at different levels, different stages. Now, some children are
Exactly.
very good at auditory, some are very good at visual, you know what I'm saying? And you have to understand the students in your class to see what causes the child to learn, to tick. And if the child is visual, in other words, they see things and they are attracted to it, and of course they memorize it just by seeing it.
Correct.
Others by hearing what you are saying. So the teacher now has to make sure that she's so skilled, or she or he is so skilled to understand that there are different types of learners in front of me, and I have to adapt my lesson accordingly in order to suit the lifestyle, or the learning style, of this particular child.
I agree.
Yeah, totally.
So it's about different initiatives.
Correct,
different
exactly.
avenues.
Yes, yes,
to be
yes.
able to. Let me tell you, I always say being a teacher is not an
Not
easy
easy,
job.
not easy
because
at
you've
all.
got, in some cases, 30 plus children in front of
Exactly,
you.
exactly.
And they have their own little
Right.
class
Yes,
This one
yes.
focusing, This one want to draw, this
Right,
one
right,
harassing
right,
the
right,
other one,
right.
to get their attention.
Exactly,
And more importantly, to be
yeah.
on the same page.
Exactly. Let me tell you one example. If you're doing shapes, for example, and you have the child or the boy who is sporting inclined, good footballer, you can take that child outside, that boy, and the football field, what he's familiar with. So you have the circle, you have the angle, you have the obtuse, everything is right there on that football field, and he can identify the shapes because he's picturing it in his mind, what he loves best, the football field, and picturing those shapes right there in that football field area. So again, understand your child, understand his learning style, and work accordingly with each child's learning style and ability.
Now, regards to, I see we've got to go to a break. So when we
Okay.
return,
Sure.
I'd like us to address when you set the test
Right?
in terms of the children's ability across the board.
Right.
Is it at a disadvantage when you set the test based on the children who are stronger academically.
When we come back.
Well,
Yes,
I'd
certainly.
like you to discuss that when we come
Certainly,
back, because I
certainly.
think that is also
Definitely
very important.
important. Yeah, it is.
Because there are certain schools that set the bar very high.
I know.
their
Yes,
standard,
yes.
in
Though that
terms
isn't bad
of
as well, but
pushing.
exactly.
Oh, no, that's
Right,
excellent. That's where you want
exactly.
your child to be
Yes,
in school with that
ultimately.
sort of,
Yeah.
you know, that ambition.
Yes,
that
certainly,
you want to be
certainly.
able to set the bar high so
Yes.
that you get good results.
Correct,
So that our
correct,
children are
correct.
performing.
Yeah.
But we also need to be mindful of the ones that are not as
That's
sharp.
right, that's
and
right, that's
how
right.
do you strike a balance?
Correct.
When we return.
Correct. Certainly.
Let's go to these important
Certainly.
messages. Stay with us.
Macon Construction Company Limited. Save big whilst building stronger. We build with our Macon innovative building systems, which provides high wind speed, earthquake, sea blast and fire resistance, is thermally and acoustically insulated, provides improved construction timelines and cost savings. We provide construction services from design to finish and everything in between. Macon Construction Company Limited. Building green today with tomorrow's technology. Contact or visit us today.
Hi, I'm Joanne Ogaro, and welcome to Smart Talk. SMART is the acronym for the Single Mothers Association of Trinidad and Tobago.
And I am Melissa Brown. Smart Talk exists to give single mothers and families real conversation, real data, real advocacy.
And I am Shermaine Wickham Howe, President and founder of the Single Mothers Association, highlighting all issues affecting single mothers, facts, situation, solution, empowerment. So tune in at 6 p.m. to 7:30 p.m. every Wednesday on Real TV with Smart Talk.
Ready to take your sales career to the next level? If you have a passion for connecting with clients, building meaningful relationships, and delivering results, we want you on our team. Join a dynamic, motivated environment where your experience matters, your ideas are valued, and your drive defines your success. Step into a role with real opportunity. Join the sales team at Real TV, where your future begins.
Call us today at 2926470 or WhatsApp us at 3847142. You can also send an email to realtv.corporate@gmail.com.
Welcome back to Conversations with Zelisa, right here on Real TV, where we bring reality to you. Today I'm in conversation with the President of the National Council of Teachers Association, Mr. Walter Stewart, and of course discussing the issues that are relevant, that are important for us as adults, as parents, as guardians to understand, so that once we have the knowledge, we make better choices. And when we make better choices, we have a better tomorrow. When we invest into the lives of our children, the flowers of our nation now, they are the children, they are future leaders. When I talk about leaders, I also talk about the future parents. If we don't invest and we don't inculcate the right morals and values, do you understand the problems that we are going to face in the future? So it is our duty and responsibility as parents, and as well as to work cohesively with the teachers, with the principal, be part and parcel, make it your business to be an active parent, not just in the lives of your children, but at school as well. Welcome back, Mr.
Thank you so much. Yes.
We were talking just before the break with regards to having some sort of solution
Yes.
with regards to being able to control the
Yeah.
tests and having at a level where all could
Yes, certainly. That's a very important
Striking
point
that
as well.
balance, you know?
Yeah, certainly. First of all, you have to align the questions with what was actually taught in the classroom.
Nice.
You don't want to ask something that which was not even taught, so the child is at a loss from the get-go as to what's this all about. So it has to align, the question has to be aligned with what is taught in the classroom. There also needs to be a tiered system with regards to setting the paper. In other words, there has to be questions that are simple, a little more complex, and complex, so that all levels of students in your class can adequately answer the questions
They can
before
relate
them.
straight away.
Exactly.
I understand.
Exactly
Not,
so.
but what is this? You never even did this in class.
Correct.
You never even completed.
That's right. That's
It
right.
may have been done by another class.
Right.
With
Exactly.
the children who are a little more
Yep,
advanced
yeah,
than me, and
exactly.
I think that is a reason
Yeah,
for
you
concern.
need to have that in our classrooms.
Yeah.
That's why, the supervision of our teachers as well, so important. The principal should walk around the school, the classes from time to time, and make sure that there's that clinical supervision, catering for all levels of learners, as I was mentioning earlier, and being able to ensure that each child can learn at their own level.
Mrs. Stewart, I'll tell you what I have a problem with as a parent.
Sure.
Not just now, but since even with my nephews and my niece in their days of school.
Right now.
Projects.
Right, yes.
I
yes,
think
yes.
projects are important
Right,
in
right,
terms
right.
of skills and development.
Yes.
But I also would like to say this on behalf of all the parents who agree with me now.
Yes.
The projects, the parents are there to guide, but they should not be the one to do the
I
projects.
know. And I know parents, Zelisa, who do the entire exercise.
I know parents who do it a competition among the parents.
Exactly.
And I don't approve of that.
Inappropriate,
I don't
unacceptable.
Like, it's
Yes,
not right.
exactly. I fully agree with you.
A project is supposed
Of
to be to
course.
have the child to develop their skill.
Correct,
From
correct.
cutting
Yes.
to sticking
Correct.
to locating.
Yes,
Going back to the place where go back in the newspapers and get the
That's
cuttings. Go
correct.
to a magazine.
Yeah. I fully agree with you.
For many reasons.
Yeah.
And one of the reasons I will also say is finances.
Yes.
Not everybody can afford to
Afford.
pay for a photocopy.
Correct,
Not
correct.
everybody have the ability to have a photocopying machine
Right,
home.
yes,
or
yes,
parent
yes.
that is working or
Where the
Please,
facilities
I
available.
need you to discuss
Correct.
these
Yeah,
things.
definitely. And this is important. Listen, because students parents, who are doing the exercise for their children are not helping the children in any way, I know parents, the children are asleep and you are up doing the project.
doing the project.
Exactly.
You fighting, you can't
That's
wait,
correct.
and you doing the project. And
Yeah.
you have to find, you have to print, and you have to do this and
Everything,
What
everything
is that?
is not helping the child at all
Please,
in any way.
jump in and make sure this-
exactly. So it says, yeah, exactly. And we're gonna talk about this as well and make sure that when projects are given, as they should, that the students are taking an integral role as well in the completion of the project.
Let them draw.
That's right. That's
Get them
right.
to be
That's right.
innovative and draw.
Creative.
Or get exactly.
Correct.
Or go be creative, you're correct.
Yes.
Or go into the newspapers and find it and
Yep,
look for it and
yep,
get it.
yep.
That is helping them develop.
Yeah,
But when the parents fighting who buying this more or who paying
Right.
this expensive thing,
Right.
there are people that simply cannot afford it with two and three
Exactly,
children. They
exactly.
can't.
Yeah, it's
there are
impossible.
people that are struggling every day, living paycheck to
But
paycheck.
even to put meals on their table is a problem, it's a challenge. Yeah.
To find money to travel the next morning to
Exactly.
send it to
Yep.
people. I think these are, I know I understand
Yeah.
that the schools want better for our children.
Understandably so.
I
Yes,
respect and
of course.
understand.
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
So if you want to develop an area in the school or you want to fix an area in the
Right.
school,
Yes.
I understand sometimes
Of
it
course,
could be the
of
burden
course.
of the school
Yes,
trying to get
certainly,
the funds.
certainly.
But
That's
who's
fine.
paying the price at the end of
Exactly,
the day? The parent,
ultimately, yeah.
Now we may say we have free education, yes,
Yeah.
we do, and we appreciate that
Right,
very
fine,
much.
fine.
But sometimes I think it can be a burden when the school is at a
I
place where
know.
they're asking for prints, asking
Everything,
for photocopies,
everything almost,
asking. It's
yeah.
money and raffles, and
Exactly.
you understand that.
Yeah,
They
yeah,
throw
yeah,
bazaars,
definitely.
that's fine. But I
Yeah.
think sometimes it's
Yeah.
a little too much.
I know,
I
yeah,
think
it is,
they need
it
to
is.
understand the reality
Yeah,
of life.
and we are facing
and challenges people are facing.
Correct. Yeah. And there are challenges, There are challenges
So I
facing our
hope the
parents.
association can really get involved and raise such points and find solutions.
We do that all the time. Yeah, we do that all the time.
You know?
Our motto of the PTA is Home and School United for the good of the child, so that our raison d'etre, our remit is really to make sure that each child, and there are about 300,000 students in the nation of Trinidad and Tobago, those are our charges. We are responsible for them, and we want the very best for them. That's why we do all this advocacy for the students, the children of our nation of Trinidad and Tobago.
And
Passion.
they may send out things that, okay, well, it's not, it's not mandatory. But then there are parents who really cannot afford it and they feel that their child will be shortchanged.
Exactly.
That's the feeling of it. Will my
even the
child be victimized because of
and
it?
even the student as well, when he see John has and he doesn't have, would feel
How
a level
does
of
that
less
child
than.
is feeling?
Exactly.
You're absolutely
And we have to
correct.
guard against that as
So
well.
I think those are things, it may seem not important, but it is very
Oh,
important.
they are important.
Because we are in
indeed.
trying times.
Correct. Yeah.
And
they are
every
important.
dollar matters. There are
Definitely,
people who spend money,
definitely.
they work towards it, that's
Yeah,
fine and that's
yeah,
okay, we
yeah.
respect that. But the fact is there are also people who are struggling.
Exactly.
And single parents with 3 and 4 children.
Oh
I
yeah,
don't
it's
know how they do
difficult.
it.
It's difficult. Exactly. Yeah, it's
I don't know
difficult.
how they do it.
Yeah.
So
and
I
there has to be a level
hope-
of empathy as well for these parents. There has
I
to be.
hope and trust that those things we could see that change.
Yes, certainly. We
And
hope and
perhaps
pray.
seeing
Yeah.
the government perhaps taking these things seriously and
Into
understanding
account. Yeah.
what could we do
Yeah.
to stop things like
Exactly.
that.
It is important you mention that because in their manifesto, the UNC government, 3 charges that they have, or 3 imperatives that they have in the manifesto, and we're already seeing the rollout of that with regards to education, the importance of the child in education, the importance of the parent in education, and the importance of the system involved or enshrined in the education landscape of Trinidad and Tobago.
Excellent.
So if we have these 3 imperatives and we pay focus on them from time to time, child, parent, system, I think we are in for better times when it comes to education for our children.
Nice. Let's talk a little bit about extracurricular activities.
Sure.
Anything the association in terms of suggesting, because I
Yes.
understand the importance of extracurricular
Yes,
activities
certainly.
in helping to develop that child in a holistic
Yes,
way.
certainly,
That is
certainly.
extremely
Yeah,
important. Let's talk a little bit about where your stand
yeah.
in terms of the association when it comes to extracurricular
Good.
activities.
And again, let me push about the values that we want to inculcate in our children and moving away from just the academia aspect of it. So the extracurricular activities, whatever form it might take, 4-H, for example, is a club that looks at agriculture, as we were speaking about earlier. There are other clubs like cadet, for example, the discipline. And we have even been speaking with the police service concerning the police youth clubs. I'm not sure if you're aware, but there's a success story taking place in our police youth clubs.
Of course,
Great.
I have seen it. I
Great.
admire
Yes,
and I
exactly.
endorse getting
Yes,
your children
certainly.
involved because you really see lives,
Of
honestly
course,
see
yes.
lives being transformed.
Transformed,
When you
correct.
see them at one stage
Yes,
in that
yes, yes.
transition or that involvement,
Right,
and
right,
then you
right.
see that young adult,
Exactly.
they're polished, they're
Yes,
well
the
spoken.
product. Yep.
product is
Yes,
amazing.
exactly. Picture us then introducing that component into our schools.
Love it.
It is fantastic. And of course, we know we have a discipline problem in our schools. So that element alone is going to assist us in a great way in helping to reduce the indiscipline taking place in our schools.
Bridging that gap.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
is
Certainly.
important, with regards to understanding
Yeah.
discipline,
Yes.
understanding you're correct.
Correct. Yeah,
Because
yeah.
you know we see it on social media, we hear it all the time
Exactly,
on the news with
exactly.
regards to this child fighting this
Right,
one. And they
right,
do it
right,
in
right,
such
right.
a barbaric way.
Yeah, oh
There's
my
so much
God.
anger.
That's
there's
correct,
so much
that's correct.
rage.
Yep,
And they're pulling at the hair, and they're kicking at the head and the face and the stomach and the heart.
It's
And
pathetic, I have to look at them because it's part of what I want to be able to reform. But it's pathetic, the licks and the blows that is impacted upon some of our
It's
students.
unacceptable.
It is,
So
totally.
that level of discipline is so
We
important.
need that, we
that
need that.
level of having that reform with that individual or the children
Yes,
involved,
correct.
taking them and getting them
Yeah.
into boot camp or
Exactly.
something that
Yeah.
will straighten them up.
Yeah,
Because
yeah.
single parents are struggling.
They are. And some of them can't even handle it, They can't deal with it. And they're depending upon the school.
They can't deal with even understanding
Right.
that child a year ago being obedient and kind
Right.
and yes mommy, no
Look at the
mommy, yes
child
thank
now.
you.
Yeah.
But then that same child as a teenager is banging that door.
Exactly,
Is locking
exactly.
the door and saying I need my space.
That's correct. Exactly. How would you deal with that as a parent?
How
It's
do you
difficult. It's
deal?
challenging for
Yeah.
any parent. It's
What
challenging.
do you think in terms of solutions the association is looking at to partner with the government to help implement solutions?
Well, we are looking at advancement of the police system. Remember that we have now introduced in our schools from September, police in our schools. We
Right.
didn't want to have that, but because of the level of indiscipline taking place in our schools, we endorsed it. We are hoping it can be short-lived. However, we are still waiting on the data for the first term.
Because I was just about to
Exactly.
ask, what are the results? Did you
Yes.
see improvement? Did you
Right.
see a decline?
Right.
Or, you know,
Right. Empirical data, no. But of course, in observation, we have observed a decline in the level of indiscipline taking place in our schools.
Excellent.
Regrettably, though, they have moved it from in the school to outside the school. So the police has to now devise ways and means in order to be able to mitigate what is taking place in and out of our schools. In other words, public patrols after schools, for example, to ensure that the students after school they get into their maxi taxis, get into their
home.
buses, exactly, get home, and don't loiter in order to cause infraction.
great.
All right? So we are
Nice.
monitoring that as well.
I like what
But we
I'm hearing.
really want to get the empirical data for the first term to see how many suspensions there have been during this term, the level of the suspensions, and then how we can take it now to improve on the results of the second and third term.
Great.
Yeah.
This is a program, Conversations with Zelisa, right here on Real TV. Let's go to these important messages. Stay with us.
When security matters most, choose Catch Security Services Limited. We are proudly approved by the Ministry of Homeland Security. We protect your home, business, community, and much more. Our services include professional baton and armed officers, specialized K-9 units, mobile patrols, secure cash pickups, secure transport, and pepper spray applications and supply coming soon. Don't wait. Secure your assets now. Contact Catch Security today. Call 622-6601, email info@cssl-tt.com, or visit our office at 30-32, Saddle Road, Maraval.
I am Avinash Singh, former Minister in the Ministry of Agriculture, Land and Fisheries. I will be hosting the next Harvest, a forward-looking agricultural TV series exploring innovation, resilience, and opportunity across the Caribbean farming landscape. Join me right here on Real TV every Wednesday at 9 a.m. with repeats. See you soon.
Hi, I'm Brandon Best, and I'm inviting you to join me right here on Real TV. Weekdays, 6 to 8:30 a.m. for the first look, as we look at local, regional, and international news and all things entertainment and sport as well. I'm excited to be with you guys. Weekdays, come as we look at solutions for your problems and we talk about burning issues as well. I'll see you guys for the first look right here on Real TV. See you soon.
Welcome back to Conversations with Zelisa, right here on Real TV, where we bring reality to you, to our local, regional, international viewers. Thanks for allowing us to influence you in a positive way, adding value to some of the choices and decisions you'll be making, you know. I'm in conversation with the President of the National Council of Parent Teachers Association, and that, of course, is no other than Mr. Walter Stewart, a force to be reckoned with, a dynamic gentleman, and of course here to share his wealth of knowledge with us. Very competent gentleman. Mr. Stewart, welcome back.
Thank you so much.
So we spoke a little bit about current, what's
Yes.
happening, what we expect. Let's talk about, you know, future. Let's
Yes.
talk about what is expected.
And let us talk about preparing our children as well for the future. Now, you know that I mentioned before that we are going digital.
Yes.
So we have to ensure that the students that we have in front of us today are
Competent.
exactly and competent with regards to the digital world.
Yes, in order to understand it.
Exactly what is
Great.
taking place.
Perfect.
We also need to look at bilingual as well, because you want to ensure that the child that you have today can take up any position in any country, for example. So let's say you want to be working in Brazil or Colombia, you have to make sure that you can speak the language as well. So there has to be an emphasis on the bilingual aspect of our children as well. Yeah, definitely. So. Of course, communication is important, yeah. I mean, I don't want to bring up the Venezuela issue, but we are very close to Venezuela. And of course, we have to interact with Venezuelans from time to time, you know, so that there has to be that bilingual.
I like that.
We also want to look at, as I was mentioning before earlier, the holistic child. Now, it is more than just certificates, passing 5, 7 O-level, well, C6 subjects at school. You have to ensure that the child that you are rearing now can make a significant contribution to society, not only locally, regionally and internationally as well. You can go out there and represent Trinidad and Tobago on any scale whatsoever.
Absolutely correct.
So that responsible is what we are looking at as well. Patriotic, we are looking at as well. Resilience as well. Stick to activity. You have a project, stick to the project until the very end. Do not get sidetracked or lose focus. Stay focused on the point in front of you and seek all possibility to achieve exactly that. So we really want to get that ideal child, that all-rounded child, more than just the academia aspect of life.
Over the holidays, I was looking at a movie, a life story of Walt Disney.
Oh, Walt Disney, okay.
And where he started and the challenges that he faced, and he was a ripe old age when he became very successful. But he had so many failures, and he remembered one day when he was just about to give up, his father said, Walt, you finish what you started.
Very good, very good. Our
you
children need
persistent.
that.
You
Yes,
need to
correct.
focus.
Yep,
you need to remember the importance of setting goals, affirmations, positive. And that's where parenting comes
in. Of course,
in.
yeah.
I am also a strong believer of the importance of understanding respect and love for God.
Right, very important.
It doesn't matter if you're a Christian,
Hindu, Muslim, name it,
Muslim,
exactly.
Be the best.
Yeah, exactly.
Have some sort of accountability to God, respect and gratitude. These are things that we don't just teach ourselves, but we teach our children.
Exactly, very important indeed, very important. And I fully endorse that as well. As a matter of fact, I'm glad you're mentioning that, because we are speaking to a pastor, Christian now, but of course we want to also expand it for the Muslims and the Hindus as well, in having what we would have considered long time to be Sunday school. In other words, a specific, targeted approach, deliberately so, to be able to let our children understand the importance of God and serving God. And as I said before, also taking that same template into the Muslim, into the Hindu society.
Because that adds to discipline.
Of course it does, of course it does.
It adds to discipline and accountability.
Certainly.
One of the things that, I know our children, they wear their uniform. Yesterday I was looking at my nephew and I said, you look so sharp in your uniform. And I really admire when you look at children and they're well put together.
Yes,
you
well
see
groomed
them
as
in
well.
the morning when they go to school and they look so fresh and nice. But I think beyond school, it is also, it has to be addressed, and that is dress code.
Yes, definitely.
Even outside of the school. Within the school, I know that the principal and the teachers, they have that, they would have that in place.
Yes,
in terms of the way children wear their uniform and dress and things like that. Cleanliness and all of those things, having your hair groomed and all of that. But I'm talking now about how can we get the messages, and you spoke about the church, the temple, the mosque. Isn't it their responsibility to ensure they address these concerns?
Exactly so. And I'll go further, because we also want to have a conversation with the interreligious organization, IRO, as well, so that we can take this same principle and doctrine into the IRO and they can dispel the information to the organization so responsible.
Beautiful.
Yeah, we are speaking to the IRO
because I think it's something that we take very casually. We probably make our comments, but our child couldn't dress better than that.
Exactly.
What is that?
So, yeah, and again, shaping the child for the future. When a child goes into the world of work, don't you want the well-groomed, well-dressed, hygiene in order? Don't you want that for your child?
Well-spoken.
Exactly.
From the moment you enter that door, you must make an impression.
Exactly. So you sell yourself by the very way that you look and appear. So it is all these issues that we are looking into in our schools, in our homes, and in our churches, mosques, and mandirs. So important. Yeah.
So I like that you are looking at all of these things.
Oh yeah.
2026, brand new year,
Yes.
brand new attitude, and it's about finding the solutions, but more importantly, not just finding it and talking about it,
I
but
know.
implementing.
Doing something about it.
Ensuring that we
Yes.
action.
Yes,
we see things
certainly.
happening. We
Yeah.
see the change. We live the change.
Got you. Yeah.
You know, it's inevitable. It's the
Yeah,
only thing
yeah.
that's constant, and that is change. But we also need to be on top of things to create that change.
Correct. Yeah. And we
Not
are
just
doing
another
that.
year,
Exactly.
history repeating, talking
Yeah,
the
yeah,
same thing
yeah.
and the same results.
Correct.
You know?
Exactly. It won't happen. So that we are now walking the walk as well. In other words, if you see that you are doing this, we want to be able to accomplish it, and we have timelines as well within which we can achieve those goals and objectives. We are working
Before
on
we
that.
wrap, you know, your opportunity to perhaps address parents.
Yes, yes, yes. Let me just say to the parents that we are working hard on inculcating PTAs in all our schools. Our desire really is to have all our schools, there are about 800 schools in Trinidad and Tobago, and having the national PTA as a component, a critical component in all our schools. In other words, making sure that all our schools have an active PTA affiliated with the National Council of Parent Teacher Association. We are appealing to all our 8 districts, all our 8 regions in Trinidad and Tobago to work hard on your catchment area, promoting and dispelling the gospel of the PTA, the importance, the relevance, and the significance of PTA, and ensuring that those schools are aligned and affiliated with National Council of PTA.
Wonderful message, and I think it's, again, and now I address when it comes to the parents,
Yes.
to try your very best. This is a new year,
Yes.
a new attitude. Try your very best to ensure that you play an active role in the lives of your children in school.
So important.
Make it your business
Yeah.
to talk to the teachers.
Yeah, definitely.
Make
definitely.
it your business to have a
Definitely.
relationship so that
Yeah.
you could ask questions. Ask and you shall receive.
Right.
That you feel comfortable enough if you have something that you're not, you know. Get involved.
Yeah.
Go unannounced to the school. Let your child also understand and know that you're not playing games.
Correct, correct.
That you're very much on the same page
Yeah.
and you know what's going on, and
Yeah,
the teacher will
yeah.
let you know.
Yes, for sure, for sure. That's very important.
You
That's why
know?
we're also encouraging our fathers as well to play a critical role in the educational journey of your children. Fathers leave it up to the mothers many times, but we are saying, fathers, come on board as well and be intimately involved in the educational life of your child. Join a PTA.
You know, I like that you said that because I need to tell you something. My father was the one that would attend every meeting.
What?
He was the one that was coming to school
Very
unannounced,
good,
making
very
sure,
good, very good.
Very much involved
Good.
in our lives. When
Oh,
it
we
came
need
to
many
our
more like him.
education.
We need many
Yeah,
more like
he was
him.
very much involved.
Good,
Yeah,
good,
yeah.
good. Happy to hear that.
Disciplinarian.
Yes, yes,
But
yes.
at the time when you're young, you know, you think he's harsh
I
and
know,
he's
I
making
know.
these decisions, and you feel. But it's only
Look
when
back
you
now,
become an
look
adult.
back, look back, look
it's
back.
only when you become an adult and you
Yeah.
understand this is what set you apart.
Correct, correct.
This is what made you tough.
Yes,
This
yes,
is what
yes, yes,
made you
yes.
the person that you are today.
Yeah,
When
yeah.
you look at others,
Yes, yes, yes.
you realize this was a blessing in
So you
disguise.
know, appreciate what he has been
Of
doing, what he was
course,
doing.
Of
Yeah,
course. Most
fantastic.
certainly, he didn't mince.
Got you.
When it came.
Happy to hear that. Happy to hear that. We need those kind of fathers in this
And
time.
I like that
Yeah.
you said that. Fathers
Yes.
need to be involved.
Definitely,
Fathers
definitely.
need, I've seen, I mean, even with my child's school,
Right.
I've seen it. I have to applaud some fathers. I've
Yes,
seen fathers
definitely,
involved
definitely.
firsthand.
Yeah.
And I like that.
We have a special committee now working on projects primarily to involve fathers only.
Brilliant.
Working on that.
That is
Yeah,
lovely. So that
exactly.
is coming, and I
Yes,
like that. I
definitely,
love it.
definitely.
Again, I want to thank you.
My pleasure.
Again, it is important that fathers in particular recognize the importance of their role. Sometimes I see fathers on a morning hug and kiss their
Good,
children.
very good.
And you know, I like that.
Yes,
They hold their
certainly.
bags for their
Yes,
children, take them
good.
to the gate.
Good.
I really admire fathers
fantastic.
like that.
It's a
Who really
good
get
gesture.
involved
Yes,
in the lives of
certainly.
their children.
Certainly.
Tell your children you love them.
Yes.
Tell your children you appreciate them.
Yes.
Let them know the same way
Yeah.
when they do wrong things, you correct them and you let them know you're angry.
Of course,
You
the
let
same
them
way
know that
you
you're
love-
proud of them.
Exactly,
And it doesn't
exactly.
have to be a big accomplishment.
no.
A simple thing as they get through a day where they did
Exactly,
the work well,
yes,
and they come
no
laughing
problem.
and they ain't getting in trouble.
Exactly,
or
right.
that
Yeah,
you
yeah.
say, I'm proud of
Commend them. Exactly, exactly.
you. Don't
Yeah.
allow somebody else to do it.
That's right.
That
That's
is your
right.
duty.
That's right.
Sir, I want to
My
thank
pleasure.
you. I want to let our viewers know that Mr. Stewart and the association will be hosting their own show here. It's
Yes.
coming soon on
Thank
Real
you.
TV. And I really I want to partner with
Yes,
this.
we appreciate
The reason is we understand at Real TV we have to be real when it comes
Correct.
to our children.
Yeah.
When we get strengths such
Yes.
as yourself and the association
Sure.
to be there to bridge that gap, to give relevant information, to
Right.
reach out, to inform, to educate.
Yes.
We know that we are doing something
Fantastic.
right.
Exactly.
And so we
exactly.
look forward to the
Sure.
birth of this brand new show that's
Yes.
coming right here on Real TV. So
Absolutely.
a good enough reason for you to always stick and stay with us.
Thank
Thank
you.
you, sir.
My
God
pleasure,
bless you.
my pleasure.
I'm full of gratitude and thanks for
Sure.
you spending, time today with us
Anytime.
to educate us
Yeah.
all.
Certainly.
God
certainly.
bless you. See
My
you
pleasure.
soon.
Sure, indeed.
Thank you, sir.
Take care. My
Take care.
pleasure. Bye-bye
This
now.
is where we're going to wrap things up for today on Conversations with Zelisa. Stick and stay with us. Great programming continues. Tell your friends, tell your family members, and, we continue to inform, educate, empower. My dear friends, please be good law-abiding citizens. Do what is right at all times. And here's reminding you that with God, all things are possible. I am Zelisa Budu Singh Rupani. Thanks for choosing us. Have a great day. God bless. See you tomorrow.